Hello guys, welcome back to Shopify theme development tutorials. My name is Rahul, and in the last video we continued about customer account activate. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover up all sections which are related to customers, which includes customer addresses, customer login, customer orders, customer register, customers reset password, because I believe it's taking a little bit of longer time. I would be explaining these things today, and I would be moving on to more relevant things because that would be really important in terms of theme development. So I'll continue with these all in one go, so that it's a long video, but it would be again divided into different sections. All right, so I'll give you the timestamps mentioned below in the video so that you can jump to any timestamp you want. All right, so continuing continuing on customers addresses. So what are customer addresses? So whenever a person logs in, or creates an account in Shopify. So for example, let's go back and let's see, review this, and let's go to the backend. Right, let's go to the backend, and also let's go to account page. We had that customer's account, login account. I would say this is the login account. We didn't do this, but we are going to do this. We did the account once a person is logged in. For example, and we can just sign in. If the password was okay, I had to, let's see, it works. Yeah, it works. And okay, let's click on OK. We not save it. Right, so we had this account page. We did this account page. Uh, Now we are going to do the addresses page. Addresses would be under, for example, let's see. These are the addresses. Edit, manage addresses. This is the address. We can edit the address. We have to actually create the address page. So it can be called by a customer. Let's see. We have this customers addresses account and addresses. I believe yes, we have these addresses, and we can edit them and also delete them. If we can also add new addresses and so on. So how to create this page? Very simple. We have this documentation already there, so we can follow this documentation and refer to customer addresses template. It shows the addresses template of the Dawn theme, general addresses. So as I told you before, we have this customer object in which we have the information in addresses information. So let's see what we can do with this. We can see the addresses over here, add a new address. Okay, let's move on from the top. So the customer object, we have this customer object which has this addresses, and in addresses, if we click on addresses over here, address, I would say address, we have this address information in there. All right, so what to do with this? what we can do with this whole stuff. So let's see. If you want to limit your form submission, okay, let's see. We have this form customer addresses, this add a new address. You can add a new address using this. uh, okay, first of all, we have this main addresses, so we'll delete this, although it's totally optional for you. If you don't want to go through this whole process, uh, you can simply use the default templates, and again, it's up to you, although this whole thing is optional. All right, I'll save this address, and I'll save this address, and yeah, we have this for addresses to get the address values. So again, address in customer dot addresses, we have all the information of customer address. So let's see what we can do with this customer dot address. Form content, we can add the form content, whatever form content we need, and well, to edit an address, add address. Well, let's see the documentation, how it's doing it in here. So we have this address. uh what we have in the address object, for example this address, we have this input in which we can get the name, the name, email address, whatever we want in here, email address, country code, we can get this whole stuff. So again, using this whole documentation, we can copy this, simply copy this for addresses. So we can get uh, or edit address, and by the way, we can actually copy this whole stuff if we need. We don't need the pagination, but we can use this whole stuff. But let me actually do it in another way. Let's see. So we have this form address for a new address. Let's see this form address and form. We copy this, and if we want to add a new address, we have this form. Okay, we have this form. We can, again, in this form we get the customers dot new address, and in that we can add his name, the new customer's name. We can add all the fields which are available. For example, addresses.company, address.company. So how we get this? See, address.address1. We can get the address.address1 in here. You see address.address. So the name should be in terms of the object of the address. So we can get all this information, this whole information, first name, last name, all right, and province. We can get the province. Let's see if they have mentioned the province. Yes, we have this province. Addresses dot well, address dot province. It goes to this particular object, and stores the value into this object. So it creates different objects, right? So let's see how it looks in the backend. So if we want to see it as a JSON format, in here we have this whole thing. See, in addresses we have this whole address, and in the address we have this first name, last name, company, address 1, address 2, and so on. If you want to get actual data, like what actual data we can fill in here, we can fill in the phone, we can fill in the zip, we can fill in the country, we can fill in the province. So what I did was I went to a product page, not product page, customers page, and opened one of the customers and added .json in the end. Because in the end, what Shopify does is it stores everything in the JSON format. So if I want to make changes in the JSON format, we can just use this .json notation, right? So to check what all things we can fill in. So we can fill in the first name, we can fill in the last name, company, address 1, address 2, city, province, and so on. So that's what is filled in here. So that's a simple form, I would say. And in this we can simply put in the we can use different addresses. Now for example, what they did, what this gave in the documentation, that's for a new address, right? And then if we want to edit an existing address, again for that, to edit any addresses, we'll first of all have to get those addresses, right? We'll have to first of all get those addresses, and let's see, we have only one address at the moment, but yeah, we use this form customer address, this one. We have this form customer address dot address, in which we edit the address. We use this whole form, this for loop. Actually, we use this UL. By the way, if you're not getting this, we are going to do this again, not now, but once we create a uh, beautiful customer accounts page. So that would be done in the customer's accounts page. All right. So I've saved it. Let's see what we have got in here. Addresses. So we have this whole stuff in which we can, well, you can actually edit address. It's not giving the option to edit address because of the JavaScript. So yeah, so we have this. If you want to delete the address, let's see if this deleted the address. No, it didn't. But yeah, uh, let's see. We have this address, and there's some JavaScript which is missing. We have. So first of all, let's add any address in this. Right. Okay. And do I have the option to add address? Let's see. It did give me the option. We have this edit address, and in edit address it shows this whole information which we can edit, but it's not giving the option to update the address. So wait, let's see. By the way, you can simply copy this whole thing. I think so we should just copy this whole stuff. because we have the customer.js which does the deletion part, and it gives in the documentation if you want to delete an address, you simply have this button for deletion of an address. All right, so yeah, that's one thing we can follow. Actually, we will just follow this whole stuff because addresses are not too important. We can just keep them as they are in the Shopify documentation or is provided by Shopify. But to get an idea of what we can use as an object in that, we can follow that object notation which I told about in this part. Wait, let's see which part. This part. So we can just follow this object notation to get the actual the actual JSON data we want to fill in. Okay, so that was about the addresses, and let's see what we have in now here. So we have two addresses. We can add another address. Again, this whole stuff, add new address, etc., is coming through JavaScript because I'm not using JavaScript here at the moment, but those were the only things we had. This we had this reset or delete and edit address. Any address we can edit that with this. So now we are going to work on the customer login template. Very simple. We simply have to follow this whole step. Let's see. So what is customer's login template? It renders the customer login page which hosts the form of logging into a computer's account. So there is a form which comes up. For example, I'll just log out. Okay, let's see if I have the option to log out from over here. No, I don't have an option for logout. But if I try to open this whole stuff in an incognito window, I would be able to see what. Let's see. And press Control C. It stopped the server. So I'll have to wait for it. And meanwhile, I'll just show you. I'll just log out from over here. So it should have, yeah, it restarted the server, and I should be able to log back in, right? So again, I go to this okay, and accounts, and if I go to the account, it goes directly to the login page. So this is the page I'm talking about now. All right, so we have main account. So let's see, customer login. For customer login, let's see which template they are using. Main login. So they are using main login template, and in the main login template we should not be using much of a thing. So let's see what we can implement over here. There is a login form which we simply should use, and I will delete this whole stuff and save this, and let's see what we have in here with this. So we have this login. Again, I'm able to log in with this, And what else we can do with this? We can usage customer account linking to login page. So it says if, like, we are just checking in this, if a customer, if we are logged in, like, this condition is true only if a person is logged in, then it will show the account page, else it will show the login page. So that's pretty simple, like, uh, link to a login page. So we can add this in customer account page over here. If it is not logged in, we can just simply add this whole thing, and we can add it anywhere. Actually, we can add it anywhere in the shop. So for example, we can add it on the home page. Let's see if we can add it on the home page. We can add it on the home page, custom.liquid. So liquid would allow only liquid templates, variables. So let's see, save this. Do I have anything regarding logged in? So does it give me any option for login? No. Okay, so let's see if, all right, we do not need this, we don't need this, because the first condition is not true in our case. So we have this, we are actually logged in, so it shows the account page. But if we are not logged in, it will show which page? Let's see. If we are not logged in, then it will show, let's go to the home page, it will show this login. Okay, and with this login, we just simply have to click on this, and we'll be able to redirect to the login page. Okay, so that was one thing. Forgot password, that is important. We can implement this forgot password uh, as an option here, right? And again, we can use JavaScript to hide this and add something like forgot password, uh, there equal to forgot password, right? If they click on this forgot password, right, so if they click on this forgot password, they'll be able to see this form, otherwise it will not be visible. All right, and we can hide this form in that case. All right, so something like this we can implement. But yeah, that's again would be implemented only once we are we are moving in terms of design, right? So we have this forgot password thing, which helps to recover the password, and offer guest checkout. Well, uh, that's an option. That's an option we can give in checkout.guest login. That's always available in like, we can use this uh, in our page to ensure that people can log in or maybe continue as a guest, right? So yeah, this is not much of a use, but yeah, that's an option, I would say. You can use that as an option. So that completes the customers.login section. Then comes customers.order. uh I think so, I did this briefly. Once we are logged in, you'll be able to see the account order or history. That should be uh, account, and in here we'll be able to see the account order history, which I think so. I saw, I explained the order thing that was being explained in account section. So uh, this this one, we I think so. Explained this before, so I think so. We need not to explain this more, but that's again a page in which we can use the order object. This order object. Uh, we can access the order properties over here. These properties, we can get them and we can use them actually. We can get the order name, order, and arrange them in a proper format. We would be arranging that completely in a particular section in which we'll be able to we'll be creating the theme from scratch. All right. So yeah, again, that's about it for this uh, order template. Then comes the register template. Register would be to register for an account. So we can simply use this register form, which is provided by Shopify again. We can go to the register, this order main register, and simply apply this form. Okay, and that would do the task. Like we do not need any other specific detail. So if we do not have a login, we can go with a register. We have this template. All right, so we have this whole template in which we can create an account. So that is the work of the customer's register template. Then comes the customer's reset password. Again, uh, that's that comes up when we forgot the password. Sometimes we forget the password, so we can reset the password, and we have this whole form coming up for reset password. We can design it the way we want. So we have this reset password, and we can apply it in here without using this whole stuff. So that comes only once, that would not show up in here like this. It would show up uh, once you forgot a password. Once you click on forgot a password, then it will show an option for uh, uh, reset the password, and that would go to the reset password form. All right. So yeah, again, that's important for you to implement that, but designing part we can do it later. So that's the whole stuff in which we can change the password. So you the customer would receive an email to reset the password. For example, uh, let's do it. Reset account password. Right, so I'll receive an email for account reset password. So let's see the backend. Let's go to my email, and let me open that in the backend over here. Let's open that, and I'll just show how it would look. So that's how it would look. Reset your password. If I click on this reset password, then I have this reset password form, and that is what I'm talking about, the reset password. So again, designing is up to you. You can design it the way you want, but the basic structure is like this. Okay, basic values are like this. You can use JavaScript, you can use HTML to design it the way you want. So that's up to you. So that is what completes our customers section. I would say uh, the customer section is all complete, including like addresses. Although I was not able to explain the addresses better, but again, that's not too important, not to be worried about, I would say, because we don't use that too much. Customer login and our order register, reset password are all done pretty good. All right. So uh, I think so that is it for today. Tomorrow I'll be doing gift card, and let's see what we have in the gift card. Yes, we have enough things so that I'll be able to explain what is gift card, and you'll be able to apply the gift card yourself. All right. And then we'll move forward with index, list collection, and all of the pages. Once these are complete, I'm gonna move forward with this sections and the whole section groups. Once these are all complete, I'll actually do the coding stuff. All right. So yeah, let me know what you think about the whole tutorial, and if you have any doubts, just let me know. Thank you.